Coming to the last part of the chapter on distribution management, we are going to be discussing a little bit about logistics management. This is Dr. Mariam Narona walking you through this presentation. Let's just try to understand a little bit about what we mean by logistics management. Now, logistics is connected also with moving goods from where they are produced to where they are required. It is a more sophisticated term used for the set of activities which are concerned with planning, implementation, and control of the flow of goods, which includes raw material, work in progress, and finished goods. And just not moving them, but moving them in the most efficient manner, and also providing relevant information regarding the movement of these goods from the point of origin to the point of consumption. And the ultimate aim is to provide satisfaction to the customer, particularly in case of e-commerce. All of us are aware of this, that when we order an item online, from that moment we keep getting updates regarding your order is placed, it is packed, it is being prepared for dispatch, it has been dispatched, it will be delivered today by so and so. You get messages and updates regularly. Now, why is that so? That is to first and foremost inform you and to equip you with that information so that you are satisfied about the know-how about how that order of yours is moving from the point of origin to your doorstep. Okay. Also, let us just take the example of logistics management in airlines. Now, we know if you've traveled long haul flights that airlines serve food, and you'll always find that there will be a vehicle which will come with food, items of drink, and all of that will be loaded onto the aircraft so that you have meals ready for flyers or passengers. Now, all this is also a part of the service which the airline is delivering to you, and food can be a source of great satisfaction or dissatisfaction. Then that it is warm, it is fresh, all these things are very necessary in order that customers are satisfied. So obviously that food is not cooked on the airline. If you're traveling by flight, it is not cooked on the train, or it may be cooked in the pantry of the train, but in an aircraft there is no such place for you. So this is there. So if you take the case of a pantry car on a train, then raw material will have to come in every day to in order that it goes into the process of making food available for passengers when they are traveling by train. You'll see this very often on, if you've taken a Mumbai Pune route, and you see it on the Deccan Queen, where the breakfast and snacks are legendary. Now, market logistics refer to the planning, implementation, and control of material, which also could not just is not restricted to raw material, work in progress, and finished goods. It could also be packaging materials, components, spare parts, all these things, from the point of origin to the point of use, to meet customer requirements at a profit. Now, this is how Philip Kotler has defined market logistics, and I just thought that this might be a valuable input with regard to definition of the term. That is why I have mentioned this in the slide. So whenever you pick a definition to study and to write down for your exam, Ideally, it should be a definition which is brief yet descriptive. Sometimes a definition has to be very comprehensive, but when you quote a definition, make sure that you quote it as it is and you don't change anything, not even the, comma, full stop, nothing. You have to quote it as exactly as it is, and it would help if you have a little notebook in which you write your chapter wise definitions and keep going over them so that you are able to recall them very well. Now, considering types of logistics, broadly we have inbound and outbound logistics. Now, inbound is all the incoming material, all the inputs into the manufacturing process, and outbound refers to the finished goods, or you can say the work in progress which needs to go to another location in order to be processed further. So, if you take the case of a chain of cafes, there they would have some the coffee powder or coffee beans and all, sugar, milk, all these things would be your inbound logistics, and that come into the cafe per se, but from your manufacturing facility that becomes outbound logistics. And in order for your cafe to run, that system has to work very smoothly. Now, what is the nature of logistics as a function in the distribution process? Logistics are supportive in nature, and without logistics, really, you cannot have an efficient movement of materials or finished goods. It gives you an idea about how you can run your manufacturing or your service operations very well. So it requires a holistic view. Now, if you take the case of logistics in the context of an ATM, obviously logistics has a part in it. So if the ATM does not have cash coming into it on a regular basis, then it will adversely impact the banking service which the bank is trying to provide. And therefore, you need to have a holistic view of things like how many people use that ATM, or if you're talking about a cafe, on a day, how many orders do we service of a particular food item, or a particular item on the menu, or how many types of vegetables do we use which are more than others. So if you're talking about pizza, obviously you might use a lot of tomatoes and cheese, so you need a holistic view of such things. Then on a weekend you might need more. On a festive occasion, you might find that the ATM needs to have more cash in it, probably, or you need to put in cash a few more times than you would have done otherwise. So things like this. Then it is imperative, logistics are imperative to support manufacturing and marketing activities. Now, without movement of goods, you cannot imagine how manufacturing will take place and how you will market your goods and services. So it's impossible to visualize how the processes will progress without logistics to support them. A little bit about the scope of logistics. Now, logistics includes managing order processing, inventory, transportation, and also a combination of warehousing and storage, handling materials, packaging. All these are integrated in logistics. So logistics is a very broad term. The scope of logistics is quite wide. How do you manage everything, right from placing an order, processing it, how do you manage your stocks, how do you manage movement, how do you manage storage? All these things have to be taken care of in logistics. So with that topic, logistics management, we come to the end of chapter 6, as per the Marketing Management Paper 3 syllabus of the Savitribai Phule Pune University. This is the chapter on distribution management, but I'm sure any students who are studying the physical distribution mix or the marketing mix and distribution as an activity will find value in the series of videos I have created on this topic of distribution management. Please don't forget to check out the other videos, and don't forget to hit the like button if you like the content in this video, and don't forget to share this channel and the video with other students who you feel might find value in the material that has been shared here. Thank you.